everyone, I'm Elena. Welcome to our English learning podcast.
Hi, I'm Jack. It's great to be here with you. We are so happy you joined us today.
Yes, thank you for listening. In today's episode, we're going to talk about something very important, social insurance. It's a topic that many people hear about, but sometimes it's a little hard to understand. So we will talk about it slowly and clearly, so you can learn new words and also understand the idea of social insurance.
Exactly. This podcast is made for English learners, so don't worry, we will speak clearly and explain everything in a simple way.
Let's start with a simple question. What is social insurance?
Social insurance is a kind of support from the government. It helps people when they are in difficult situations like when they are sick, lose their job, or get old and cannot work anymore.
Yes, it's like a safety net. Imagine a net under a person who is walking on a rope. If that person falls, the net will catch them. Social insurance is like that. It helps people when they have problems in life.
That's a great example, Elena. Social insurance gives people help when they need it most. People pay a little money every month from their salary, and later, if they need help, they can receive money or support from the government.
Let me give a simple example. Imagine Maria works in an office. Every month, a small part of her salary goes to social insurance. One day, Maria becomes sick and cannot work for 2 weeks. Because she has social insurance, she can still get money while she is sick. That way, she can rest and get better without worrying about money.
That's a good story. Social insurance also helps older people. When people work for many years and then retire, they get a pension. A pension is money that the government gives you every month after you stop working because of age.
Right. Many people feel safe because of social insurance. It is not only for workers. In many countries, even people who don't have a job right now can still get some support through social insurance.
There are different types of social insurance. For example, health insurance. It helps you pay for doctor visits, medicine, or hospital stays. Unemployment insurance. It gives you money if you lose your job. Disability insurance. It helps people who cannot work because of a health problem. Pension or retirement insurance. It gives you money when you are old and stop working.
So we can see that social insurance is very important for people. It helps them live better and feel safer, even during hard times.
Yes, it's about sharing responsibility. People give a small part of their income now, and that helps others who are in need. Later, when they need help, they will also get support.
And it's not just for one person, it's for the whole society. That's why it's called social insurance. It's about helping each other in a big group like a community or a family.
Some people may ask, why should I pay for social insurance if I'm not sick or unemployed? But the answer is simple. No one knows what will happen in the future. Maybe one day you will need it. And even if you don't, your money helps someone else today.
That's a beautiful way to think. It's about caring for others and also feeling safe.
Let's also talk about how social insurance is organized. In many countries, the government manages it. People don't have to do much when they work. Their employer takes a part of their salary and sends it to the social insurance system.
Yes, it's automatic. Many people don't even notice it, but it's working in the background to protect them.
And if you work for yourself, if you are self-employed, you can still pay into social insurance. You just have to do it yourself.
That's true. It's important for everyone to know how social insurance works. When you understand it, you feel more confident about your future.
Sometimes people move to a new country and don't know about the social insurance rules. It's always good to ask questions, visit websites, or talk to someone at the local office.
Yes, learning about these things is part of living in a new place. And it's also a great way to practice English.
Absolutely. Talking about real-life topics like social insurance is a very helpful way to learn. You learn vocabulary, ideas, and how to talk about daily life in English.
That's why we're here to help you do that in a friendly and easy way.
So, now you know a lot about what social insurance means and why it's important. But there's still more to talk about, like how people feel about social insurance, or how it's different in other countries.
Yes, that's very interesting. Some people are happy with it. Some people want changes. And in every country, the system can be a little different. Let's talk more about that now.
Yes, you're right, Elena. In some countries, people feel very happy with their social insurance system. They feel safe because they know help is always there when they need it. But in other places, people think the system needs to improve. Maybe the payments are too small, or it takes a long time to receive support.
That's true. Sometimes people say, I paid into the system for many years, but now it's not enough for me. Or they say, the process is too slow, and I need help quickly. These are real problems, and many governments are trying to make the system better.
Also, in some countries, not everyone is covered by social insurance. For example, some workers in small shops or farms might not be included. Or people who work part-time may not get all the benefits. That can be a big challenge.
Yes, and that's why many people are asking for change. They want everyone to have the same rights and protection. Social insurance should be for all people, not only for full-time workers.
Exactly. And do you know what else is interesting? The way people think about social insurance is sometimes connected to culture. In some places, people really believe in helping each other through government programs. But in other places, people want to take care of everything by themselves and don't like government support.
That's a good point. Some people believe it's the government's job to protect the people. Others believe people should save their own money and not depend on help. Both ideas are common in the world.
Yes, and it's not about right or wrong, it's just a different way of thinking. But in many cases, when there is no social insurance, people suffer more when they get sick or lose their jobs.
Absolutely. I remember a story about a woman named Amina. She lived in a place without a good social insurance system. When her husband passed away, she had no money and no help. She had children and needed food, school supplies, and rent money. It was very difficult for her.
That's really sad. A strong social insurance system could have helped her in that hard moment. That's why it's so important to have support systems that care for families when something goes wrong.
Yes, and even basic help can make a big difference. Sometimes just a little money or free healthcare can help people get back on their feet.
And don't forget the mental health part. When people know they have support, they feel less stress. Life can be difficult sometimes, but social insurance gives peace of mind.
Yes, that's a good phrase, peace of mind. It means feeling calm because you know help is there if you need it. People don't have to be afraid all the time.
Right. And let's not forget how social insurance also helps children. In some countries, children can get free health care or support if their parents don't have enough money. That helps them grow up healthier and stronger.
Yes, and education is also important. Sometimes children receive free meals or school support because of social programs connected to social insurance. This helps the whole society in the future.
It's amazing how one system can help so many people in different ways: health, money, family, school, old age, and more.
And when people feel safe, they can plan their future better. They can save money, study, work, or start a small business. Social insurance doesn't only help in bad times, it gives people hope for better times.
That's so true. When people feel safe, they can grow. It's like a seed: you need water, sun, and good soil for a plant to grow. Social insurance is part of that support system for people.
I love that image, Jack. It shows how important it is to have help in life. Nobody grows alone. We all need support.
And even though social insurance is not perfect in every country, it's still a strong tool for building a better life for everyone.
Yes, and more people today are talking about it, learning about it, and asking how to make it better for all.
That's true. Talking about these things, even in simple English, helps everyone understand more, not just the language, but also the world around them.
And now that we've talked about how social insurance works and why it's important, maybe we can look at some examples of how people use it in real life. That can help our listeners connect these ideas to their own lives.
Yes, I agree. Real-life examples make things easier to understand. For example, imagine a man named Carlos. He works in a factory and has social insurance. One day, he has a small accident and injures his hand. He cannot work for 2 weeks. But thanks to social insurance, He receives money during that time, and he also gets free medical care.
That's a great example. Without social insurance, Carlos would lose his income and maybe he couldn't pay for his treatment. That would make his life very hard, but with social insurance, he feels safe and supported.
And let's think about another example. A woman named Fatima works in an office. After working for many years, she becomes pregnant. During her maternity leave, she still receives some money because of social insurance. She can stay home and take care of her baby without worrying too much about money.
Yes, maternity leave is very important. Mothers and babies need time together. And social insurance makes this possible for many families. It helps them feel less stress and more happiness during this special time.
And sometimes, even fathers can get paternity leave, which means they also take time off to help with the baby. That's becoming more common now in many countries.
Yes, it's a very good idea. Families grow stronger when both parents have time with their children. And it shows how social insurance supports family life, not just work or health.
Exactly. And let's also talk about retirement. When people get old and stop working, they receive a pension. That pension is usually part of the social insurance system. It's money that helps people live when they are no longer working.
Right. Many people work for 30 or 40 years, and then they retire. Social insurance helps them enjoy life in their older years without worrying about basic needs.
And sometimes the pension may not be very high, but it still helps people pay for food, electricity, medicine, and other important things.
Yes, I remember my grandfather. He used to say, "I worked hard all my life, and now my pension is helping me rest and live in peace." It made him feel proud and safe.
That's lovely. And when older people feel safe, they also feel respected. They know society is still taking care of them. That respect is very important.
Absolutely. And social insurance also supports people with disabilities. If someone cannot work because of a health problem, the system gives them financial help and sometimes even special services like physical therapy or home support.
Yes, and that gives them more freedom and dignity. They don't feel left out. They feel that they are still part of society.
And that's something many people forget. Social insurance is not just about money. It's also about giving people the chance to live a full life, even when things are not perfect.
You said it beautifully, Elena. A good society is one where people help each other and no one feels alone. Social insurance is one way to make that happen.
Yes, and we've seen how it helps people in many ways when they are sick, when they lose a job, when they have a baby, or when they grow old.
Exactly. And it also creates balance in society. If only rich people have protection, then life becomes very unfair. But if everyone has some support, then people can live with more peace and hope.
That's true. Social insurance is like a strong bridge. It connects people to help, safety, and opportunity, especially when life becomes difficult.
That's a great way to describe it, a strong bridge. And when the bridge is strong, people can walk safely toward a better life.
Yes, and now maybe we can also talk a bit about how people pay into social insurance and how the system stays strong for everyone.
Yes, that's a good point. People often ask, where does the money for social insurance come from? Well, the answer is simple. Most of the money comes from workers and employers. Every month, a small part of the worker's salary goes into the social insurance system, and the employer also pays a part.
That's right. So when people work, they are also helping to build a safety system for themselves and for others. It's like everyone is putting a little into a big basket, and when someone needs help, they take from that basket.
Exactly. It's a system based on sharing and responsibility. You give a little now, and later, when you need help, the system gives something back to you.
And I think this idea also teaches people to think about the future. It's not only about today's money. It's about safety and support in the future, like health care, pensions, and support during difficult times.
Yes, and in some countries, the government also gives money to support the social insurance system. That makes the system stronger, especially for people with lower income or people who cannot work.
That's a good thing. Everyone deserves support, not just those who earn a lot of money. A fair system helps everyone have a good life.
Another important thing is how the money is used. Social insurance funds must be used carefully. Governments and organizations try to make sure the money is spent well, so it helps people in the right way.
Yes, and many countries have special departments to manage this. They check everything, make reports, and try to keep the system fair and honest.
And if people don't trust the system, then it becomes weaker. So it's important that people feel confident that their money is used in the right way.
That's why education is also important. People should learn how the system works, how they pay, and what support they can get. Many people don't know about their rights.
Yes, sometimes people don't even know they have social insurance. Or they don't know how to ask for help when they need it.
I agree. Maybe schools or workplaces should give more information about this. Even simple information can help people understand and feel stronger.
That's a great idea. When people understand the system, they can also protect it. They will care more, and they won't be afraid to ask for support.
Also, when people share their own experiences, others can learn too. Like when someone talks about how social insurance helped them during illness or job loss, it gives hope to others.
Yes, real stories make it easier to connect. People see that social insurance is not just an idea, it's something that really helps real people in everyday life.
And it's a good reminder that we all live in one society. If we help each other, life becomes better for everyone.
That's true. No one knows what will happen tomorrow. Maybe we will be strong today, but next year we may need support. That's why social insurance is important for all people, not just a few.
Yes, life is full of surprises, but with social insurance, people don't have to face hard times alone. They have support, protection, and a little peace of mind.
Very true. And now, maybe we can talk a little about some common problems or challenges that social insurance systems sometimes face.
Yes, that's an important point. Even though social insurance is helpful, there are also some challenges. For example, sometimes there is not enough money in the system. If many people need help at the same time, it can be difficult to give support to everyone.
Exactly. And in some places, the system is not well managed. Maybe the money is used in the wrong way, or people don't get the support they should. That's why it's important to keep improving the system and making it stronger.
Also, as the population gets older in many countries, more people need pensions and health care. But if there are fewer young workers, there is less money going into the system. That can be a problem in the future.
Yes, and that's why some countries try to make new plans like raising the retirement age or asking people to pay more. It's not always easy, but it's necessary to keep the system working.
Still, even with challenges, social insurance is something very important for every society. It helps protect people and gives them a better life. It gives people hope, support, and peace of mind.
Absolutely. So today, we talked about social insurance and why it is important. Now, let's take a moment to review what we discussed.
First, we said that social insurance is a system that gives help and protection when people need it, like during sickness, job loss, or old age.
We explained that money for social insurance comes from workers, employers, and sometimes the government. Everyone puts in a little, so everyone can get help when needed.
We also talked about the benefits of social insurance like pensions, healthcare, unemployment support, and disability help.
And we shared ideas about how social insurance helps people feel safe, strong, and more prepared for life's problems.
Now, let's look at some important words we used today. We'll explain each word and give one simple example sentence to help you remember. 1. Insurance, a system that gives money or help when something bad happens. Example, I have health insurance, so I don't worry about hospital bills. 2. Salary, the money a person gets for working. Example, she gets her salary at the end of every month. 3. Pension, money people receive after they retire from work. Example, my grandfather gets a pension every month. 4. Employer, a person or company that gives jobs to workers. Example, my employer gives us health insurance. 5. Unemployment, the state of not having a job. Example, he lost his job and is now facing unemployment. 6. Disability, a physical or mental condition that makes it hard to do some things. Example, he has a disability and uses a wheelchair. 7. Retirement, the time when a person stops working, usually at an older age. Example, after 40 years of work, she is ready for retirement. 8. Support, help, or assistance. Example, he received financial support during a difficult time. 9. Protection, keeping someone safe from harm. Example, social insurance gives protection to people when they are sick or old.
We hope these words and sentences help you understand the topic better and improve your English skills. Don't forget, learning English is a journey, and every new word brings you one step closer.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We're really happy to have you with us.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please give it a like, leave a comment, and share it with your friends and family. It really helps us grow and reach more learners like you.
And don't forget to follow our channel for more fun and easy English learning episodes.
Take care, stay curious, and keep learning.
Goodbye and see you next time.
Bye-bye.